Well, this wasn't a big surprise, was it? Nebraska loses 34-3 to Michigan here at the Big House. You know what? It could have been worse, and I think that's maybe the thing that you could say is that Nebraska played pretty darn hard today. Hello, everybody. Sam McKewon with the Omaha World-Herald and Husker Extra. Nebraska loses by 31. If you got Nebraska in the points at 31, I guess you pushed. If it was 30.5, you lost. I don't know. That was about the only drama left in this football game. A lot happened in the first half. Nebraska only trailed 17-3 at halftime, but they lost quarterback Chubba Purdy, who slid funny over here, and he got hurt. He was on a walking boot at the end of the game. Mark Whipple then got hit on the subsequent kickoff when Nebraska made its lone field goal of the game. He collided with Michigan kick returner A.J. Henning. There's not a lot of room on this sideline. It's a very tight stadium. Whipple went down. He got back up. They helped him to the bench right over there. They eventually took him away on a cart. We've kind of heard that he was basically calling plays up in the box. I think Nebraska was kind of doing it as a staff. So there'll be two big questions after the game about Purdy and Whipple, what their status is. Tough day for Nebraska. They've actually played pretty darn hard. I got to be honest with you. The defense played about as hard as it could. They gave up more than 400 yards, and they gave up more than 250 rushing yards. But it was given Nebraska's offense couldn't really do anything, you got to be pretty impressed with what Nebraska's defense was able to do for most of the game. It was 24-3 going into the final quarter. Nebraska held up really, really well. At the end of the day, the Huskers' offense needs a lot of help. They just don't have a lot going on. The run game was not there today. Michigan was ready for that. Logan Smothers came into the game in the second half. He really didn't run. I'm not sure he's 100%. And so I don't know if they want to jeopardize him at all. We don't know if Casey Thompson's going to be back. Chubba Purdy's in a boot. You know, Smothers, they got to try to protect him. He can't really throw the ball really well, and Michigan's coming after him. There's all kinds of stuff going on in the course of the game. So, you know, Smothers did what he could. Nebraska's receivers dropped too many balls. At the end of the day, when you score only 3 points, even against a team like Michigan, your offense just isn't very good. They have to get Casey Thompson back next week. We'll see if they do. They could really use him, especially at home on Senior Day against Wisconsin. Nebraska fought, though. I mean, you got to give them some credit. Their defense tackled. Ernest Hausman had a big game. One of his best game of his career. He is a rising star at Nebraska. Special teams was okay. At the end of the day, Nebraska needed to get out of here with its dignity, not lose 63-3. They didn't. They lost 34-3. Just about what we expected, just about what the odds makers expected, and a lot different than that 56-10 loss 4 years ago. Nebraska's a couple of weeks from getting a permanent head coach, and boy, do they need one. They just don't have enough players. They don't have enough depth. They don't have enough plays. They don't have enough, period. And they didn't have enough today against a Michigan team that could be heading to the college football playoff. Nebraska's got 2 games left. They've now officially been, well, eliminated from bowl contention. They were probably going to be eliminated before this game too, right? They're now not going to a bowl for yet another year. They haven't been to a bowl since 2016. So 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and now 2022. What a drop. That's the reality for Nebraska football. They've got 2 games left against Wisconsin and Iowa, 2 teams they haven't beaten in 6 years. If they pull one of those off, hey, maybe it's a Merry Christmas for everybody. All right, for Husker Extra and Omaha.com, I'm Sam McKewon. Thanks, Husker fans.